good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and others. This is another scene in the living age of the resurgence. And today, we are having some training done. Simon has no actually wants to learn. Studious little mage, isn't he? So he has asked Simon to come out, Eamon to come out into the Chantry Garden, where he has made tiny stone circles, or not tiny, but medium-sized stone circles on the ground. And behind him, you can see he has also put up two wooden platforms. They're like that stand several meters above the ground, and you like with the rope ladder attached to each. So we're going to practice, he says, with your magic, specifically how to use it quickly and with control. Since we don't want to have any bad accidents here, we're going to start here at easy mode. He points to the two stone circles. Get it into the circle. I'll start explaining.
He slowly gets into the sanctum.
Good. He gets into the opposite circle. There's about 10 meters, 10, 15 meters or so between them. So, what we're going to do is that we are going to, with only the wind, try and knock the other out of the circle. Not to damage each other, but this is just going to be a contest of magic, counter magic, and controlling the wind. When we have gotten more used to the exercise, we're going to move it up there. He points to the two platforms and try and knock each other off the platform. First one who touches the ground loses. But for now, we're doing it easy here in the circle.
He nods. He is like not holding into anyone, but like it's hard to stay on his feet without holding into anything.
Yeah. If you need anything to hold on to, we can have you can have a walking stick or something. He will toss you a stick that you can hold. That's gonna keep holding your balance. I know this is not something an exercise that benefits you, but that's part of the reason we're doing it. It's so you can practice. It's something that's difficult.
He nods, but he actually doesn't take the staff.
Ooh,
Simon can
fun.
understand. It is like it kind of probably for him it feels like downing, or like he won't like it seems like he likes
He
it when
doesn't.
he doesn't have a yes,
Yeah, cool. So
and he
it's
slowly
going to be.
pulls his wand out. And
Let me just get up my book, because I forget to do that. So we can just have the counter magic rule ready if it becomes relevant. But yeah, in the meantime, you just get into your circle and get out your wand.
hmm the can he do forces without his wand, like with his hands?
If you believe you can.
Okay, thank you. Not at the moment. He doesn't, but he will in the future probably.
Yeah. Now, remember, we only want to knock each other out. We don't want to actually damage each other here. Try and exercise that level of control.
He nods. Does OOC does Eamon know Simon is like a master, or like what he does Simon like likes the cold, like teacher or something like that, or like he's like, nah, call me Simon.
He doesn't use any titles, so that's up to you.
hmm Do you have any titles, Simon?
I belong to no organization. I have no title. You can call me whatever you want that makes you comfortable. Now, he he tosses off his shirt. Let's get ready.
He doesn't take his
He's,
shirt out, but like he is getting ready with his wand, like preparing like his hand movements,
yeah, he's gonna
trying to
start
concentrate.
like just mumbling. just casually standing there, and then he will then look at you. Ready?
He nods.
So, before we actually start with the duel, we're going to try and do an exercise. I'm going to now try and push you with the wind, and you will try and counter magic it. It's difficult. Instead of trying to put up a shield or blast me with the wind in return, try to undo my magic. Essentially, it's a different thing than using Sphere Magic. You roll Arate difficulty 7.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Anyway, he will to prepare and go. He will suddenly just chant uh, for a few seconds, and then he sends out a tiny wind blast at you. Roll me
Mm-hmm.
Arate difficulty 7.
One success.
Yes, he also had only one success. So you just describe what you're doing to try and before it hits you.
He tries to concentrate, and he like starts to speak in the language of angels that he learned, trying to control the spirit, saying you're not going to harm me.
Okay. So as you do it, you have to be very quick about it. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
the wind evaporates before it hits you. He's like, good, 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 good. Now again, and he will do like a punch in the air to just and this time he will just do a few swirling motions and then punch with the wind, sending it towards you.
Mm-hmm.
You can now roll to try and block it, counter magic it.
This time he is going to like keep his wand up and then make it like a cut move in the wind,
Yeah,
saying like you're not going to harm me. I have a botch.
yeah. You are sent flying out of that ring, and you drop. You lose. Toss the wand into the ground. Um, Now I'm going to roll it. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, so you are sent flying out of the wind as like Simon just bends the wind and just knocks you away. You don't take any damage since he
Mhm.
purposefully didn't try to damage you. And you just land with like a heap on the ground.
It hurts most of the time when he falls down because his legs, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's been something that he practiced a lot to get up, and it's extremely hard to do it without like holding into something. But it hurts. It's painful, but he tries and try to do it. He's practiced at this all his life. He hated being lame. Is it
Simon
like
will.
I'm not sure? Oh, see if they can or they can't.
You can't get up on your. You're not a turtle. You
Okay,
can
thank
get up on your feet. He will not you. And that's why we practice. Again, he will wait for you to get into the ring.
you. Very slowly he does, and he gets his wand up again.
This time, he once again just weaves a tiny blast. Do it.
Okay, I will roll it right now. He has one success.
Two success. Yes, you once again manage to just cut the wind apart before it hits you, and
Mm-hmm.
you can see Simon's mouth. Good, good. Now to switch it up. You blast me once, I will counter it. Then I will blast you, and you will try to counter it. So your turn to do wind magic, difficulty 5. Just narrate how
Okay.
you do it.
Mm-hmm. He has this like a road, but I don't think this will be the road because road is about more about like imprisoning the enemy. So
Yeah.
he actually like raises hands and like breathes concentrates. It's easy for him to concentrate, and then um, like he very slowly from coming from his head points the wand at the points the wand at Simon, and then says, "Oh, Damin Dankat!"
Yeah.
Again in the angels, the tongue of the
So,
angels.
yeah. Do you know what to roll?
Arete. I have two
Yes.
successes.
You have 2 successes. Let's see if he stops it. He does. He does not. So, I've said for the rules of the game that you only need you need 2 or 3 successes to knock someone out of the circle. You get
Hmm.
2, so the wind will send him stumbling out of the circle. He's like, good. I didn't get to shield. I didn't get to counter it in time. Now it's my turn. He's gonna he will mumble to himself, rise, and then just swing them around in an intricate motion. Roll counter magic.
Hmm. He tries to this time shield the wind, or not shield. Actually, no. He is gonna try to cut it again because it doesn't make sense. He's gonna try to cut it again. I have one success.
Yeah, you do block it. And it's like, good, good. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of a different trick. Try and send the wind at me, and let's see what happens.
He takes a deep breath, tries to feel the wind around him, and he does this does the same. Actually, he makes gathering motion in his hand. You know, like how you rally some people with a sword. Like he does that, and this time he does it a bit passionately. The He doesn't whisper to the wind. He actually raises his voice a bit, and then says, "Oh, Damin Dankat," and does his attack. I have a fail, sadly.
Yeah. Well, it's not gonna matter.
Mhm.
But he just stands there. It happens. Now try again.
He takes a deep breath. The I'm trying to think something to make this more colorful, and especially how Eamon would do.
Yeah,
Um, he Let me read my goddamn practices. Higher ritual magic. Wands, potions, wording, brooms, gemstones, symbol. Okay. Um, just because I know the language in
in character.
Enochian,
Yeah.
does that means I know how to do write ups write something in Enochian, or I only know how to speak?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you know how to write it too.
Oh, okay, thank you. He is. He's gonna take a deep breath. He's gonna take his time, and he is with his wand. He is gonna um, with one hand, he is going to try to do the like the words with his hands,
Yeah.
and he's when his hand stop uh doing this close to 12 sentences when I control you. He is going to again do gather it around him with it's a sword. He's taking his time, by the way, doing this, and
Yeah,
then he
that's
points
fine.
at him. Um, I did. I have two fours.
Yeah, you don't. But for the sake of what I was going to do for say you succeeded. So you send the wind at him, right? And
Mhm.
he does a few motions and then smiles, and then he also says something in Enochian, but as I said, it's a bit of a different dialect. That's the words, but it's kind of weird. So he sends
Mhm.
the only thing you can get is like return to sender, and as the wind comes to you, suddenly it goes back, sends back, and just like blows you in your face and sends you a step back. Doesn't out of the circle, but just like
Yeah.
now that trick right there. He just says, "Ah, that trick there is more complicated than it's worth." But sometimes you can counter magic in it's called offensive counter magic. It lets you send a reflect an attacker's magic back on themselves.
Can you teach me that?
Um, it's about you. um, The easiest way to do it is that you have to picture the magic in your head as you have to picture the strands of the spell, the the will poured into making it happen, and then you have to twist that magic back on them. The best thing to do is with Enochian, say the Enochian opposites, or weave him the clause here or there into the spell. Just instead of just trying to stop it, you're trying to send it back as well.
He nods.
It's much more complicated than just unweaving magic. Unweaving magic is more difficult than creating magic most of the time, but it can be done. But sending it back, that is a much harder gambit. But when it is done, it's very rewarding.
He nods actually, and he says, "I see you also know Enochian, language of the angels."
Yes. Well, language is more than that, but that's the thing that many call it. He will rub his hands again. Now we're gonna try. I'm going to send the wind at you, and you will try and not only stop it, but send it back at me.
He smiles.
The, I will recommend doing. He does a few like flourishes instead of cutting with the wand. Try and contain it, like he circles it around, and then send it back. Like the way he moves the wand is like up, back, and
Hmm.
pointing at him. That I think will be better if you want to contain the magic and then send it. Now
Okay.
I'm going to send the wind slowly, so you have time to do this twice.
Okay.
And I'm going to make the wind purposely hard for you to unweave.
He
Roll
nods.
twice. Yeah,
Hmm.
roll twice.
It,
He's going.
um.
He's going to mumble, and whisper. He's going to pull out his own wand. Then the wind floating.
So I'm gonna show you what he does by opening my camera, which is something I never usually do.
Yeah,
Um. Like he's gonna hold this, like when he is waiting, he's gonna hold his hand like this, and he
yeah,
gonna like put this wand to the front of his hand. When he sends it, he like slowly pushes it back and then sends it. Like he catch it with his wand,
yeah.
taking over
And
with his
then
hand, and then sends it. Yeah.
out what he wanted. Pretty similar. Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to roll. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is actually 9. That's why you get 2 rolls.
Okay,
Need 2 success.
2 successes.
Yeah, 1 to cancel it out and 1 to actually send it back.
Let's go. I botch.
Yeah, once again, this time it's going to be that you lose the wand. Please roll me dexter. I'm actually going to roll to see if something happens to it.
Hmm.
Okay. What's your strength?
My strength is 2,
Yeah,
Mister.
2. Okay. You do not the wand as you throw it to the ground. Thank for that.
Hmm. Thanks for
So
that.
it's like,
He would be very unhappy with that.
yeah. Well, as I said, it's very complicated, but you have to practice the wand movement. So we're going to try again. I'm not going to roll for him this time. It's just going to be
Hmm.
the same thing. He's going to mumble several things, twist this wand around, and then push the wind at you. Roll again.
He's gonna like take. He's gonna like um grit his teeth while he's trying to concentrate. He's like taking deep breath. Gonna try to feel the wand and like do the same thing. Push it with his hand. Take it with his wand and whip it. And no success. God damn it.
Yeah, roll again. This time I'm just going to say one success. It's just for fluff. So roll one
Mm-hmm.
one more time.
No, sadly a botch.
Again.
Yeah, man, it's difficulty 9. I have two dices.
Okay. So you don't. But as you once again you throw it. This time when you're trying to whip the magic back, you're tossed into the wall, and you can see a bit of it like cracks still together.
He immediately like he tries to run and see like he kind of falls down, and then he like walks with his hands like try to get the wand immediately,
Yeah,
and he
you
tries
get
to
to it.
look because like this is a memento.
Yeah. Simon is just going to watch you. Well, as that the right there is exceedingly complicated. I didn't actually expect you to succeed. You're gonna have to practice your wand movements more, and one day you can maybe be able to do it. But it's not something to do in a combat situation anyway. So, with the practice out of the way, I think we can actually do the first duel. If you feel confident enough after it, we will then move up to the platforms.
Just a second, I think someone knocked my door. I'll be right back. I really apologize.
No problem.
I'm sorry, I'm back. And yeah, he looks at Simon and says, "Oh, please, let's do the duel."
You want to start in the circle or start on the platform?
Oh, see, I didn't understand the platform. So, like, what's the difference of the platform? Can you tell me
The
again? I
platforms
apologize.
are several meters above the ground, so you would be standing up in the air.
Mm-hmm. It would hurt to fall down, right?
Well, yeah, but not really. You wouldn't you wouldn't die. You would take a few
Yeah.
bashing at the most. So, like as I said, it's not as big of a fall that could hurt you, kill you, but you could probably, at worst, break a limb. Then again, Simon can heal you, so it's not that bad.
He is. He actually says, "I like challenging myself. Platforms would be
Platforms.
better."
Okay. You might have time to stop the fall if you fall. He will get to his rope ladder and you can climb up yours. It's going to be slower with your lame leg, but you can get up. So you will get up to the platforms. You're probably about 6 meters, maybe 7 above the ground. It's a pretty decent height, but it's not so far that, oh yeah, if you fell, you're dead. He's going to look at you. Now, normally I would have put out pillows, but I didn't think you were going to do the platform. So we're going to have to improvise. Now, the rules are simple. You can only use the wind. Anything else will lead to you being disqualified. Of course, there are lots of invisible forces in the world. You could cheat, but I think you're too good for that.
This is
The
a duel.
only
I will not cheat.
the only rule is the first one who reaches the ground, the first one who touches the ground loses with both their feet. So if I knock you down on your back, which means you have to use your feet to get up, then you've lost. If you actually manage to somehow balance on one hand or something similarly insane, then you have not let lost, because that's impressive. Even if you would be very easy for me to knock down in that position.
I'm not probably going to do that, but yeah.
Yeah, that was just a general point. It's not knocking off the platform that matters, it's getting you to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, if I think you're ever powerful enough to do it, we're going to do this duel flying in the air.
He smiles. I will be very happy to do that.
Yes, but first these platforms. These platforms are not big, by the way. It's not going to take a lot. No. The thing about this duel is that you have to know when you're going to be on the defensive and when you're going to be on the offensive. One opening can be enough to be knocked down.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna roll inits between each so we know who goes first instead of having just 1 minute. So that's just for the sake of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll 14.
I roll, but it doesn't show. Oh, I have 15. I go first, it seems.
Yep. He's gonna, try and put up a counter thing with the wind. So you roll for your magic.
He immediately whispers to the he doesn't yell this time, he whispers to the wind, saying, he is not free like the wind. And rolls with his wand. Actually, no. He puts his wand down and raises his hands, tries to feel the wind, and then tries to holds it down, and then tries to hold it towards his hand, holding it in your hands, and then trying to push it down towards him.
Yeah. What's your goal?
Basically, to trying to do without the wand.
You're trying to capture him.
No.
Okay.
Push him down. Push him because I think that was the rule, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to push him down. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you can do whatever you want. You could put him in the wind prison. That would make it very easy to knock a move.
That's also true. I am actually gonna try to do that. But would that break the rules? Because he only said you can only use the wind. Yeah. Okay.
As long as you use the wind, you can do whatever.
What he's gonna do, because I don't think this will count as a road, because I specifically mentioned that I use wand in my road. Would this count as a road?
So, no, it would not. If you're doing something different than what's described in the road, because you're trying to do the same thing but in a different way.
Okay. He's gonna hold his hands together and basically feel the wind around him and try his hands is actually. I'm gonna show it again because it's easy to show and just explaining.
Yeah.
He's just gonna hold his hands like this,
Yeah.
Try to hold the wind and
hold him.
Yeah. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty is 5.
Boom! I have no success.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
That's He in turn is not. He's just going to spin his arms around and start chanting. And clearly, it was prepared for you to do an attack. And he's going to be like, indeed. He's just going to nod. Okay, we're going to do the nits thing again. 14 again for him. Roll again for you.
I think I have 14 as well.
Well, you got the highest roll, so we will say you did.
Okay. He again tries to do the same. He doesn't want to fucking break his wand. He's a bit scared about it. Therefore, he tries to get his hands up, feels the fucking wind, and then pulls the wind around him, with his hands to create a wind prison. And I have 2 successes.
Uh, and he is going just he's going to twist around, call you're going to hear calling out to the spirits of the wind to
Mm-hmm.
shake, and he's going to send the wind into the platform shaking. For some reason does not seem to be bound at all. Like you could see the wind. It was almost like a counter wind pushed the prison you made for him apart before it could
Mm-hmm.
constrict around him. Now the athletics difficulty 6. Now 7 for you because of your
Seven,
lame leg.
seven for me. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
7 for me. I have no success.
Well, okay. Then you get to do one emergency magic roll because as he makes the platform shake, and unfortunately because you have really bad balance, most people would
Mm-hmm.
have been able to stop themselves from falling. You don't. You trip and you are falling down. You get to try and react to try and stop to do something. Are you going to try and
I
use
will.
magic? Yeah. By the way, you're going to
Yeah,
have
I'm
a
gonna
fast
try to like.
casting. Sorry, I'm just going to say you have a fast casting penalty, so it's +1 diff,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're doing.
Okay. No, completely okay. I am gonna try to like put the winds towards me to slow down my fall.
Yep.
And how he is going to do is basically,
He doesn't have time to do anything elaborate here. You just have to work.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I will have to try to just like yell probably, stop it or something like that. Or
Yeah.
actually, yeah, he's gonna like say something like that, ordering the winds to
Yeah. To stop him
stop
and
his.
stop his fall.
Uh, he is not gonna wave the wand the way to fall because if I do, I probably may fall on the wand. It's
You
too
think?
important for him to lose.
You think? Okay. Well, I. Okay.
It's a family
Roll.
memento, man. It's a family
Yeah.
memento. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it
Yeah.
is very hard.
Yeah. Roll. Roll.
Difficulty like
Difficulty 6.
I have 2 successes.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to fly, but the fall is going to be significantly slowed down. So you're just going to gently touch the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just land. Simon's going to clap up there. Very good. Very good. I conjured up a shield of wind around me, trying to make sure that the spirits protected me before your magic could constrict me. It was good.
Would that work against projectiles?
Yes, of course. You can have the wind protect you in a bubble. I don't recommend doing it necessarily because it would be vulgar magic outside of here. Anyway,
I
back on the
may I,
back on the
may
platform.
I may I ask one more question before I go?
Sure,
Would that stop a bullet?
of course. Or
Wow.
it could at least. It's better to deflect bullets than stop them.
So basically, the wind would like make me harder.
To be hit, yes.
Okay. He gets
He gets what?
he gets onto the platform.
Yeah,
He like takes a deep breath again.
good. We'll try again. See if you can keep. See if we can keep up now. He's gonna he got 10, so yeah.
I got
Yep.
9. He actually will try to bend the wind around him. It's going to be the first time, and he actually. And he's gonna say, like winds, shield me, or something like that. But like he knows that he needs to find a better wording.
Yeah, it's experimental,
Exactly.
but that's why you're training.
Exactly, and he is going to roll his 2 dice at difficulty 6 or 7. Okay,
He's giving you time to work.
okay. I have no success. Ah!
He's gonna wave his hands around. But he seems safe. Good. You've learned. 9. You roll your units.
14.
14
This
again.
time
Man,
is
you're rolling.
yeah. I rolled these good, but like the other ones are bad.
Yeah.
And he actually gonna whisper this time again. Try to say like winds are my shield, something
Yep.
like that. Again, it's not good, but he tries.
Yep.
I have 10 successes.
Yeah. Good. So you can see you the wind around. You can suddenly see that you sense that winds are bubble like a shield, or do you want to have it be like a shield in front of you? Bubble.
The bubble makes more sense for him.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's just like
Um.
constantly going around him in a bubble. You understand what I mean? Like this constant bubble
Yeah.
with like from wind. It goes around him.
Um. And then he's gonna blast into the shield with the wind. Doesn't get through it, but it's clear that he breaks the circle. Like you can see, like eventually, the harmonious bubble of air around you has been broken apart. But you are
Ooh.
still standing.
hmm he basically destroyed the shield, right? Like he couldn't
Yeah,
he couldn't
he couldn't
penetrate.
get through you.
Yeah, he
He couldn't get
penetrated it.
through it.
Yeah, he couldn't get through it. Okay, okay. Um, the things we're standing on are they wind?
No, the
Ah, they're wood. Okay, okay, never mind. Um, what Eamon? First I think we need to roll initiative.
yep. Initiative again. A
I
fun
have
little
7.
duel.
No, it's very happy. I'm very happy to play this out right now. You go first.
8. Yeah. Yep. He is do some stuff. He's going to wave around. He's just gonna look at you. What do you do?
I will try to. The winds are coming. I know it's coming, and like Eamon knows his luck is not very good. By the way, like, is he doing what he did with sending me a wind, or he is doing a shieldy wind?
It looks more like he's doing shieldy wind. It like been
Okay.
you've seen what he does when he does the shield. It looks pretty similar. He.
hmm What he's gonna do, he's gonna try to attack because maybe he can get through it. He doesn't know how good he is,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
uh, he tries to rally again, and then like takes time, and then like does the cut move with his hands, um, to wave the shield to go the way it does. It's basically like again he holds his hands, tries to feel the wind, takes a deep breath, and then like holds his hands up in a cross, and then does the cut move.
Are you going to shield or are you going to just attack?
Just try to attack him to cut this shield.
Yeah,
Because he knows he made a shield, so he needs to cut through it. So he will try to cut it.
yeah.
Difficulty 5. I have a botch.
And you said you did that with a wand, but
No, I
nah,
didn't. I did it
nah,
with my hands.
nah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you did it with your hand. Sorry. I was just making fun of you. But it doesn't matter anyway. You take 2 paradox, and you can see like you just swing badly off course and just send the wind away. It's clearly not going to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we're going off to the next round then.
Okay.
13. Shit, that was
Two.
about.
Yeah, it was a bad roll.
Yeah, he is. He's going to smile at you, and his hands about. What are you doing this turn, by the way?
Um, I will try to put a shield probably,
Yeah, okay.
but it's probably too
Um,
late because he's coming.
yeah. what he's doing is that he's smiling. He's going to whisper something in Enochian to himself, and then he's reaching out with like a grasping hand, and you feel like there's wind underneath your. You're being lifted up in like a bubble of wind, held
Mm-hmm.
above the air, like he's lifted you a few meters now. But so you're not by the platform,
Oh
but
yeah,
he's
I'm
not
about to fall
dropped you
down.
down either.
Ah, okay, okay.
You're in the air still. He's been like a cocoon of air.
Mm-hmm. He did a wind prison to me.
Sort of. Very similar.
Yeah,
You can still
yeah.
move within the prison, but it's pure restricted.
I think you won this one.
Very wise of you. He's gonna pull it back, and you're going. He's going to drop you down by on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
But you could have fought out. It's risky. Held in a position where it would be hard for you.
He nods. You're quite talented, sir.
Yes, I have practiced more than you. I'll soon be able to best me in this duel, I think. Um, and anyway, it's both strategy and magical talent. I have an edge with you because I'm more practiced, but if you have better strategy and better timing, you can defeat me.
He nods. Um, this shield, I quite enjoyed it actually. It would.
Yes.
It is a good one. I might try to practice it a lot.
Good. Shields are important, which is why I try to keep one up all the time. We are vulnerable. Our flesh is our magical powers might be great, but with no protection, no preparation, I can kill you with a gun, with a bullet. A
That's
pistol
true.
is as deadly to you now as it was to you before your awakening. I can easily kill you, and you can easily kill me if you're not prepared. However, if you are prepared, things become very different.
The
Let's
oh, go right ahead,
now
sir.
what
My
we're going to say.
apologies. I was just gonna
No,
say, we can have a force shield, right? Like the forces and wind. The sphere forces
force shield.
allows.
The the force shield is not a term anyone really would be using.
No, no.
Yes, you can have many different energy shields. Yes, you can shield yourself against heat. You can have a shield of pure kinetic force around yourself, lightning, radiation shielding. You can protect yourself against many forces. They demand different techniques and different approaches.
You said electrical shield and kinetic shield. He seems to not understand the word like kinetic shield. What the hell is that?
I will I will show you kinetic force. It's better to show anything else. Just like with his head bowed, and then smile, and
Hmm.
he's suddenly going to reach out with his hand in like a force choke, and he's going to like you can
Hmm.
suddenly sense like force just clamping around your body, and you're just being pushed off again
Hmm.
and holding it. That's what kinetic force is. By the way, you can see that there's significantly less shadow for a few moments underneath by the house. I
Hmm.
transformed the darkness into kinetic force. Kinetic force is the force is just physical force in general. It's what you when I punch you, it's with kinetic force. It's going to lower you to the ground.
This is so I can try to use shadows into kinetic force to choke someone.
He wasn't joking you, but
Ah, okay.
uh, that might be beyond you yet. Transforming one energy type into another is probably still beyond you. You can, however, use existing kinetic force. If you see someone box, for example, or there's a
Hmm.
car driving around in circle. That's going to produce energy. You can use that energy. It's not as
To
easy as this to take out his wand that he's kept. It's a strange looking one, by the way. Now, looking as
mhm,
like a strange fusion between a wood one and a very futuristic kind of weird. You have to look closer at it to examine it properly. But
mhm.
he's swinging around, and then he's going to send out a tiny fireball. You can use the forces of creation to make something from nothing. And it's easier than taking an energy from somewhere else and using it in a fight. But it's you don't have to waste anything then. You
So
could if yeah, ask your question.
if I see someone punching someone, you said that there's going to be kinetic energy. So if I
Yes.
just like, you know, therefore like when I like, can I like move the energy towards the other person who's punching the person?
For
Is it like,
example, you can leech the energy off the punch. But that's very difficult because I have one attack, and it would require a lot of reaction time to do that.
hmm
Um, but if you train your mind and train your eyes to measure and see energies, if you can see kinetic force, for example, you can see sources of it. You can see where it's being produced, and from that you can take it. It's much easier than just like, oh, someone is punching, grab.
hmm. So I will have to find ways to see the kinetic energy, and it will be
Or
easier for
fire
me or fire to
or
basically.
lightning or
Hmm.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
there are
Okay.
lots of energies in the world. Now, I think for the final exercise, go back up
hmm
on the platform.
He goes up to the platform, like slowly again.
Yep, he's going to go down from the platform a bit, and he's going to grab a random shopping bag he had and go up. I'm going to throw rocks at you. You're going to
Oh,
stop those rocks or deflect them.
okay.
If not, you get hit. Let's avoid you. I'm going to try not hitting your head or anything, so you don't get injured. But
Thank
I'm
you.
going to throw rocks at you, and you will try and put up a shield either with the wind or kinetic force or whatever. I recommend trying to bend whatever comes at your way away from you instead of stopping it outright. You can do that, but if you're doing it in a combat situation in out in the world, it's vulgar magic. But it's significantly more believable that a rock just misses you a little bit, a tiny bit pushed away. Someone can
Hmm.
understand that and be like, "Oh yeah, you're just lucky." But if I throw a rock and the wind actively just like boink sends it far away or stops it in midair, the reality is not going to have that. I'm going to give you a bit of preparation time before I start throwing.
Okay. He his hands are like itching because like he doesn't have his wand in his hand. He is used to doing things or practicing with wands. So he is like holding his hands together, trying to like clap them one time, and then like trying to getting ready, thinking about what he can do to actually like what kind of gestures he can do to like make Simon miss him. He thinks like this is about like trying to create a projectile away from him without creating a windshield that would be vulgar. So he is trying to think like how the fuck I can do this, how the fuck I can do this. um Fine, okay, let's go.
Okay, roll.
I'm ready. And he is going to roll his two dice. Basically he is gonna do like like giving a breath and moving his hands towards the way that the rock is coming, and saying things like, "Wind is my shield."
Yeah. So the wind here is going to try and push the rock a little bit away before it hits you instead of just like blocking it outright
Mhm.
or sending it flying. You get one more roll.
Boom. Yep. And he
You
immediately
rolled
like
this 5.
he's like, "This didn't happen. Wind is my friend." Then he does it again. And I have one success.
Let's see if you stop the first rock. You do, because he fails. So he misses anyway. It's like, well, that was on me. Let's go again. You roll. Prepare your magic.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna take a deep breath again, and then says, "Wind, wind protects me." And then he rolls. He fails.
Roll me stamina, please,
Mm-hmm.
and also roll me dexterity athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Nearly the
take
both
2
rolls are
bashing
the
as
same.
yeah, almost exactly the same. Yeah, he throws a rock at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly not meant to be that fast. The rock is coming at you. It's scary as knowing someone's throwing a rock at you. Breaks your concentration. You can't put up your shield. Rock hits you in the arm or more in the shoulder. It bruises you really bad. It bruises you because you were not in a good position. So even if it wasn't that hard of a throw, it still knocks you bad. And then you barely manage to keep onto the platform. Well, that's what happens sometimes. I'm not trying to hit you hard, but just say when you want to stop. He's gonna hold
Ah,
and not the rock up and down in his hand.
I
Ready?
think this is enough for today. It really hurts.
Well, I'm gonna heal you. So I'm going to give you one more try, and then we're gonna stop.
Okay. Let's go. And he's gonna roll his one dice because I get wound penalties.
No,
Oh, okay.
magic doesn't have that.
I have one success. He does the same.
He is suddenly gonna smile. He's gonna drop the rock down, and then he's gonna push the wind right at you, and then you're right off the platform.
And he says, like, that was cheating. I will try
Exactly.
to.
You try
Um, he was not
+1
expecting that.
penalty.
He was not
Yeah, I will
expecting it.
actually say an
He was
extra
not
two
expecting it.
+2 penalty because you weren't expecting that at all. So +2 penalty to try and stop your fall.
And he actually like not laughs, like he says it like loudly to Winds protect me. I don't know the difficulty, but I have a 7.
Yeah, that's not you. The only thing roll stamina.
Uh, I'm going to roll my stamina. 8 and a 10.
Yeah, you would have normally taken damage for that, but you managed to. The wind barely buffers you, so you just land. It's like a ooh, but you are fine. But that probably hurt your back a little bit. Simon
Yeah.
is gonna come down over to you. A lesson 2. When we're not having a duel with rules, don't expect someone to be fair.
That's true.
He's gonna
You're
lean
right.
over. He's gonna hold hands over and just mumbles. He's going to take out actually a very strange like device and like plunge it into your shoulder. Press it down. There, should be fixed.
Do I heal?
Yeah. Suddenly, you sense that he's injecting something into your shoulder, and suddenly your shoulder is fine. No bruise or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough practice for today. But
I have to thank you. This was quite good as a education. I'm
yes. I'm just
thank you a lot.
giving you the basic. I'm giving you the basics. I'm sure you will get far more education soon enough. he says. And with that, he's going to leave. So I think we can end the scene for now.
Mm-hmm.
So thank player for playing, thank watchers for watching, and I will see you all around.